Oh, Canada, oh, Canada. That's right. Coming up next, right here on Cliff's Notes, you're going to meet Patricia Kiteke once again. And boy, has she got some stuff to share with you coming up next on Cliff's Notes. Real estate agents, are you struggling with the day-to-day grind, dialing for dollars, putting in hours of floor time with little to show for it? Are you looking for tips, tricks, and tactics to accelerate your career as an agent that will have you closing more homes, working with more clients, and earning more money than ever before? Hi, my name's Cliff Freeman, and I've spent the past 2 decades of my real estate career running one of the top brokerages in DFW and personally coaching over 1,000 high-performing real estate professionals across North America. I created this podcast to share the strategies and tactics you need to explode your real estate business. I guarantee it. Yeah, we guarantee it right here today. We're going to get on that bike and ride, I guarantee. C3, how you doing, my friend?
Doing great.
Good to see you, son.
Yeah, I love you, man.
Travis, how are you, sir?
I'm great. How about yourself, Cliff?
Man, I tell you, I'm. It's just a ray of sunshine to be here with you today.
You got a lot of energy today. I like it. I like it.
I did.
Energetic.
I drank some of that pink stuff that Plexus. No, I didn't. But yeah, I do have. I think they must have put a little extra salt in my salty dog there at Firehouse. What
There
do you call
it
that
is.
thing?
There
It's
it
a
is.
Philly cheesesteak.
You had
right?
the energy
Something like
sub today. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You had the energy sub.
Hey, so while we're on the subject of sports, we do have an announcement to make. The demise of the Stars, unfortunately, they got eliminated and didn't make it, but we still love them. They got, we'll take that visit to the Stanley Cup anytime we can.
True
right?
enough. True.
But,
I guess they didn't watch the show last week when we said they were going to win in 5. So
yeah,
I guess
right.
They didn't
Yeah.
watch that this week.
We'll go edit that out. We can still do that now, right?
Right.
But I want to know, Travis, what are your predictions for the NBA now? You said it's Miami. What were you saying?
Yeah,
earlier?
so Miami and the Lakers, they started last night, as C3 reminded me. I'm going to say Lake Show in 4. That's my prediction. Lake Show in 4.
That's right. We're getting close to Halloween. Witches, get your brooms out. It's time for the sweep, right?
It's the first day
Bring
of
the
October.
brooms out. There
First
you
day
go.
of October. That's right. Yeah. All right. Well, wonderful. Well, let's do this without any further ado. Let's bring in that wonderful rock star Canadian friend of ours, business partner, Patricia Kiteke. Hello, Patricia.
Hello. How are you guys?
Aloha. We're doing great. And the reason why I'm pumped up, Travis, is because we were talking about Cabo before the show. And we've got a big trip planned. We're going to take a bunch of our friends and real estate partners down to the Hyatt Ziva, Cabo San Lucas, February 21st through the 26th.
Yep.
And we're going to have representation from a lot of states and definitely from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. And Patricia and Greg are going to be there. I'll tell you, it's going to be a lot of fun to reconnect. This COVID thing, we've had enough of it. We're ready to get out and press the flesh with our friends for sure. Well, I tell you what, I was so excited to talk to you a little bit earlier today, and we have really got an incredible show, and we're just blessed to have Patricia back on the show. She's been so busy. You guys, you were telling me earlier you had a record month in September. Tell us about that.
So September, I don't have all the stats in front of me, but September we pretty much did a deal a day. So we were just like rocking all through the month. It was fantastic.
A deal a day. That's like 30, right? Okay.
Yeah. So
well, I think you also shared with me, you guys are on target to do how much volume this year?
so we're on target to do about 150 deals this year and about 65 million in sales.
65 million in sales. I think when I first met you, and I don't want to go back too far, it's going to hurt my head, but you were pretty much, you and Greg was doing mostly flips back then. He didn't have his real estate license. It was pretty much just you.
No.
And I think that first year that you and I met, the year before or that year, you'd done right at about 250,000 in GCI, right? Is that right, or was it?
Yeah, even just under that.
Under that, okay.
Yeah.
And to get to 65 million in sales is unbelievable. You know, I wish we had. Do we have the noise, the clap machine, Travis, back there?
We have a manual clap machine. I'm clapping as we speak.
We should have the fireworks going off. That is that's
amazing.
That is incredible. Yeah, I just spilled my coffee there. But yeah, I can't even imagine. Well, not only that, I mean, so you did this, you grew the sales, but you've also built a world-class team in addition to all of the volume, right? So let's talk a little bit. I know we've got some things we want to cover, but I mean, you really started with nobody, and now you have a wonderful team together. Give us the background and the backstory on how you were able to build that and get to where you are today.
A huge part of building what we built for where we are today is really the desire to actually want to pay forward I mean, first of all, myself started off as a solo agent, as kind of trudging along, doing around 20 to 25 deals a year, and then really feeling like I had a lack of support. And so I had to look outside of my brokerage and outside of my organization to figure out ways to grow my business. And then I ended up coaching and training and masterminding. And that really took me from the solo agent space to being able to actually grow a real estate company. And when I realized the impact of having great mentors, like yourself, Cliff, and having great coaches and great people, surrounding myself with the right people to mastermind with, when I realized the impact of that, I thought, why isn't there something like this for agents when they're starting out their careers? I had to trudge along for about 6 years before, I really got that foundation. And so I wanted to pay it forward, and I wanted to be able to offer that same level of coaching and training and support to agents right off the bat. So as soon as you get licensed, why bother trudging along for 6 years? Do it right off the bat.
And so you built basically from scratch a system now where you told me earlier where you can take an agent right out of real estate school, put them through your system, and have them doing 20 deals their first year, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Can you break that down for us a little bit?
I mean, and we're very proud of our ability to take somebody who's never sold any real estate and provide so much support, training, lead conversion training, mentorship, leads, structure, and understanding of the business, and be able to have them, get out of the gate running and start producing deals like the minute they come out of real estate certification, and then day one they're running a business the way somebody that like me is running a business.
Okay, but this really, you've been working on this model for a while, but I know there was a change that you guys made a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, that actually provided the platform for you guys to be able to scale it. And really, we'll talk about your future plans here in a little bit, but talk to us about that pivotal moment when you made the decision. You were with an independent broker, and then you saw a model that you were really taken by, and you decided to make a change. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we started growing the team with the independent brokerage, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what we found is that there was still a lack of support, a lack of knowledge, lack of, experience. And even within that, people had good intentions, and you could, reach out and ask a question or two, but there wasn't any structure where people were invested in our success. And as solo agents, and then as we kind of grew into team leaders, and then, Greg and I just kind of said to ourselves, as team leaders, we really need to be aligned with a company that has the support and has the systems and the eye towards growth that we need to grow as team leaders and to be able to offer the best to our team. And then we were already kind of thinking that way. And then we got introduced to the EXP model, and it was like, okay, prayers have just been answered, because this is exactly what we needed to be able to take the team platform to a higher level, and also be able to offer more to our own agents that were coming in as well.
So let's talk about that. You said take it to another level. Obviously, this is not a franchise model, so there are no fences up. There's nothing holding you back from opening up in other areas, which I know we're going to get into that in a little bit. How has it been better for your agents? What types of rewards? What is it the things that you have now that you didn't have access to before?
So a lot of training and education. And I mean hours and hours of training and education. The platforms and the technologies. I mean, just being able to have lead generation platforms already included in just your regular splits for starters was huge, huge. Because this, our model and the way we envisioned the team, we always thought the old models were broken. And so we didn't want to, create a team where we wanted to just have everybody stay at, stagnant forever. We wanted to empower people in their own growth and really adapting to the core value of leaders training leaders. So being able to have these platforms right off the bat, show agents how they can use them, how they can maximize them, how they can convert maximally off the stuff they're getting, and then be able to fly and build their own businesses and teams as well.
Yeah, we for a long time we often talked about the problems, the fundamental broken parts of the old team model, because a person could only get that was really good could only get so far, and then they had to move out in order to move up. Mm-hmm. And then the team leader had invested all that time, effort, and energy and money in training that person, helping them grow, and that was there was no residual benefit for that. Where in fact your model now is that would be considered a home run if you could take one of your agents, put them through your program, train them up so they'd be good enough to duplicate what you're doing and go grow their own team. So it's really it's a whole different paradigm, and what it's done is it's opened up for people like you and our team here in Dallas. We've raised the limit of what we can do infinitely. I mean, really, there is no cap on it now. Literally no cap. There's one cap, and that's it, right? So it's provided a great opportunity long term. If you're in this for the long game, which we are, man, the long game just got a heck of a lot better, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sure did. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys, you have an office in Victoria, Canada. Give us a little bit of information about the team. Tell us, how's your team made up?
So our team at the moment is 8 agents and 3 admins. And so we are actually at the moment, even now, looking for junior agents, because as our senior agents are growing and finding more success and doing more deals, they're actually bringing on their own junior agents to help them grow their businesses and their network. So we're starting to see that kind of happen, which is really cool. That's really rewarding. So at the moment we're 8 agents and then 3 admins.
Okay. And that team is going to do 65 million in sales. That's pretty good. Yeah. And that's, I mean, because that's your sort of your run rate. What your run rate now? What do you expect you're going to do in the next 12 months?
Well, we've got some high goals set for the next 12 months. We definitely want to double that in the next 12 months.
Double it. So your goal is to hit 130.
Yeah.
Big, hairy, audacious goal. We talked about this earlier. Is 200 million, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the bucket, right? That's the bucket list. Okay.
Yeah. That might be an 18 kind of thing, but yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of awards and rewards, you've been you've reached the one of the peak heights within the company as an icon agent, which means you've sold a certain amount of real estate. You have to sell a ton, frankly, and you're selling a ton of real estate to qualify for this award, the Icon Award. And each year that you've qualified, you've been awarded your cap back in the form of company stock, right? So you get 12,000 back immediately, and then if you attend the 2 conferences, you get 2,000 shares for each conference you attend, and you have to give back, right? I mean, that's what we believe in here at EXP is paying it forward and giving back. But talk to us about, just kind of put it in perspective. Now, those shares that you got there were awarded to you. You did not buy those shares, right? Are you also participating in the share agent purchase program, or are these? Because I know you threw out a number here that just blew me away. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I know some of our agents are actually participating in the awards program, or where you can buy the stock. But no, all of the stock that we've received in our 2 years with the company has been awarded for hitting sales goals or for hitting training, mentorship, and helping our agents hit goals. And so all of that.
Yeah. How far ahead of you are you now from where you started?
$95,000 in stock in 2 years with the company. We're doing honestly what we were doing anyway. And that's really, when I say we were switching, we were looking for a company that really understood what we were trying to do. We saw the EXP platform. We saw the diversity of income streams they provided for people, and then rewarding them for doing, what they were, for hitting sales goals and hitting sales targets is incredible. But here I am 2 years out with 95K real dollars in the bank, right?
We joke about this, right? Because we call them real dollars. And we have you ever seen Canadian money? I mean, if you're in the audience and you haven't, it's really pretty, but it looks like play money. I mean, it looks like Monopoly money. So we always joke about having real money, but it is. And, the fact of the matter is that it's real stock too. And it's traded on NASDAQ, and it's a $3 billion company now. So, I mean, it is pure gold in that sense. So almost $100,000 in 3 years, just for excelling at what you do. That's a pretty good reward, for being here with us, and we're excited for you and want to see you continue to, hit those home runs and continue to do that. Wow, that is exciting. And of course, that opportunity exists for people that you bring on now as well. Your agents are participating in that, and also in the revenue share and so forth, which is, gosh, to have 5 pillars of income is just amazing. It's wonderful for real estate agents.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, I do the icon vetting. I'm on the icon vetting committee now with the company. And time after time, when I talk to other icons across basically North America, they're just floored by the stock options, and they're floored by the revenue share opportunities. And every agent is so grateful that, there's a company that is built and designed for agent success.
Yeah. Let's shift gears here and talk a little bit about how you guys balance your lives, you and Greg. Now, what the audience may not know is that not only are you superstar real estate agents, but you play in a rock and roll. No, I'm just kidding. But you guys also, you could have your own HGTV show. I mean, you guys flip enough houses that you could make Tariq El Moussa, look like a beginner. And I mean, you recently, that house that you're in right now, I'm just kidding, Tariq, don't take that personally. But I'm serious. But seriously, you guys do. How many houses have you flipped this year?
Well, this year we kind of slowed down a little bit, to be truthful, to build the company. So this year we flipped 2 houses. But yeah, we try to do, a house a quarter, or at least a couple a year. And that's something we're very passionate about. And in fact, when I talk about agents growing and agents seeing success, one of our agents who started his career with us 2 years ago, Calvin Lamb, is now on his second flip with us too. So this is something that we kind of we love it. It's like a hobby, passion, thing that we love to do.
Yeah, and just to put it in perspective, what I found that was amazing was what did you sell your last flip for? Was it 7?
Oh, well, the last one that we did was about 850.
850. Now this one Tariq is going to have to swallow, because his average is like what he's selling them for 500, 600, 700,000. 850, right? So what, if you don't mind me asking, just break it down a little bit. What did you guys pay for it? What did you have in it? And then what was the ultimate benefit?
So that one, I mean, I don't have all the numbers in front of me, but I mean, we bought the property for about 565, just under 570. We spent 3 months on it, renovating it. And I mean, that particular house was a character house. So we kind of went from top to bottom. We are in the middle of renovating another character house right now. But, I want to say we were into it for about 100K, but I don't have the exact figures. And then we ended up selling it for 850. And then, we had some expenses like real estate fees and, things like that to pay. But it can be a pretty lucrative venture if you do it right.
Yeah, what a beautiful thing. That's music to my ears. I really think that, right. Allison, if you're listening, well, she's House Hunters. I don't know who we could get on the flip side, but Pie Town Productions should be watching here. Well, so the
Yeah.
reason why I asked that, and I wanted the audience to know, you guys do, you're very active. I mean, you're not just
Mhm.
consumed, in the whole real estate, transaction game. You flip houses. I mean, and you're also very active on social media. How do you guys use social media in your business? I know, like Instagram, for example. If you guys don't follow Patricia, you need to find her on Instagram. How do they find you on Instagram, Patricia?
Uh, just at kiteke.ca, Kiteke.ca.
Okay, that's perfect. I mean, how has that impacted your business, and how do you use it in your business?
hmm I love social media because it allows you to control your messaging, and it allows you to very, very quickly put out whatever message you're looking for. So for me, and I am interested in content that converts. You do want to put out who you are as a person and who you are as a human being, because that's how people are going to relate to you. And that's how people are going to know if they know, like, and trust you and want to do business with you. But you also want to, in between there, put out content that converts. So tell people about what you're doing, tell people about the business that you're in and how they can reach you, and what they can expect from your service if they do decide to reach out and if they do need your services. So you kind of want to break it up with who you are as a person, what you bring to the table, and then make sure that you have content that's converting people and causing them to take action as well.
Okay. And so you don't have anybody, do you have a content manager? Do you do it yourself?
I do it myself still. It's one of those last things I hold on to, but it's something that I really enjoy, and it's something that I think allows people to just connect with me directly. So yeah, I do it myself.
Okay. All right. So let's continue to talk about this life work balance here. I really want to drill down
Okay.
into how you guys keep your sanity. And you're consistent. You do a great job. I've never seen you depressed or down, or I mean, there's something, I don't know if it's the air up there or maybe it's the gin that they make in Victoria,
I think it
but
must be.
Yeah,
I
It's
think
blue.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
The blue, yeah, the blue
gin.
stuff is,
Yeah.
yeah,
Holy
that stuff's
cow.
amazing.
Yeah.
Uh, but what is it that you do? I mean, are you intentional about keeping the balance? How do you work on that? Do you meditate? What do you guys do to really keep it all together?
Yeah, absolutely. Meditation. I meditate every morning before I even get out of bed. I set intentions for my day. I also have things like images around me of things that I either love that make me happy, or that I'm streaming towards. I got a beautiful ocean view house, things like that that I see first thing in the morning, but right when I open my eyes. And so stuff like that for me kind of reminds me, like, I'm like everybody else. There's parts of my days that I love, and there's parts of my days that I really don't want to have to do, but I have to do. So if I'm going to get anywhere. And so just remembering, why keeps me inspired, and remembering, like, the things that I'm actually excited about makes it easier to do the things that you don't want to do, or the things that you feel like you have to do. So yeah, just surround yourself, just make a cocoon of, like, your goals, your dreams, your hopes, and just keep pushing for it.
Are you guys do you do vision boards with your team?
We haven't done them with the team. We actually did the ramp program with the team where everybody wrote out their boards, but we haven't done the vision boards with the team yet. That'd be very cool to do with everybody.
So you mentioned ramp. Tell us a little bit about that and how you're using that with your agents now. And what is ramp?
Yeah, so ramp is something that we did in the spring, when everybody was, kind of shocked with things that are going on in the world. And we just said, no, let's stay focused on where we are going to go this year, regardless of any outside factors or what's happening. And let's make sure we're aligned with our goals, and we stay in tune with what we can control and what we need to do. And so we used Ramp as a great platform, a coaching platform, with Workman Success Systems there. And just all together as a group came together and set intentions and supported each other and became very accountable to each other for, sticking with our track for success.
Okay, and give us a little look at what's a peek of some of the content that's in ramp. What things have you covered?
We covered how to build our pillars, how to readjust our pillars, in for our business. We also are very numbers based. So actually, I'm thinking one of our hashtags this year is going to be "It's Just Math," because we're very focused on saying, okay, well, if I want to hit, certain targets, what do I have to do? How many calls a day do I have to make? How many appointments a day do I have to go on? How many contacts? How many dials to contacts do I have to hit to reach my goals? And so we stay very numbers based. So we had a lot of those kinds of conversations too, where we attached actionable metrics to our goals and our visions and our dreams as well.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, it is a math game. It really is an accountability. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. And of course, we partnered with Verl Workman and his success systems and provide that to our agents as well. And it's just that the BAM Slam and then the admin program and the ramp program are just out of sight. Yeah, they really, really are.
Absolutely, yeah. We actually had our admin go through the admin program while we were doing the ramp, and yeah, it was fantastic.
That is awesome, awesome, awesome. So you mentioned you started ramp when this COVID thing hit, and we haven't had you on the show since COVID. Vancouver and Victoria were pretty much shut down, right? I mean, it hit you guys hard up there, and yet you did 110 deals last year. You're at that number now, and you expect to do 150 this year. How in the world did you have such an increase in business with such a horrible situation with COVID?
I think a large part of it was also due to the fact that a lot of the tools that people needed or that agents needed to get through and reposition themselves with our new reality with COVID, we were already working on those with EXP and the EXP model. So we already had virtual models. We already had, we were trying to explain to clients, okay, I'm going to send you a Zoom link and we're going to do a meeting. You know what I mean? Like a year before. And the interesting thing is, when COVID hit, we didn't have to explain what Zoom was anymore. Everybody just knew it. So there was a lot of things that we were ready for and positioned for with being at a cloud brokerage the way we were. And so we actually didn't skip a beat, which is, blessed to be able to say that.
Well, that is so true. I mean, you've heard a lot of folks say we were built, for this exact perfect storm for us. And, it was during that time, and if you happen to follow EXPI, I remember we were down in the 6, 7, 8 range, and now we're trading over $40. And, it just is true with Verbella and the great job that Glenn and the leadership has done with the company, with the foresight to see, not that there was going to be a pandemic coming, but to see that, that it just makes sense to have virtual businesses and to take things online, have cloud-based companies like we are. And I find it amazing that I think we have somewhere close to 1,000 employees, maybe 700, 800, but none of them have an office to go to
all remote.
At EXP. It's really insane. Yeah.
It's unique.
Yeah, it certainly is. So how are things up there now? You guys is everybody required to wear a mask still? And what are you doing? How's your business changed in terms of showings and open houses? What are you doing now? Are you doing virtual open houses?
Yeah, there's a lot of virtual open houses. That was a big thing that came into play. A lot of virtual showings. We do still have people who are buying homes sight unseen, and when they feel like the virtual tools are getting their purchase 95% of the way there, or getting their comfort level with the properties 95% of the way there, especially for people who are looking for investment or revenue properties and don't necessarily want to move into the homes. So there's a lot of that going on, and yet still showings with masks. Of course, nobody's going in the same vehicles or any of that stuff anymore. So it's all convoy style. And also masks and, just making sure that you're either wearing gloves or sanitizing before you go into somebody else's home and things like that as well.
Sure. What about closings? Are you guys doing remote closings or electronic closings, or are they still all in an office?
Still the closings, we do them different than you guys do, where closings in Canada, in our market anyway, have to go to a lawyer, and the lawyers have to physically see the people that are buying the home.
Okay. All right.
For the most part, anyway,
yeah. That's interesting. Wow. So give me a little bit of a look ahead at where you see things for you going forward? How big are you planning to grow your team next year?
Well, for us personally, we feel we've got room to go to 20 agents next year. But the interesting thing is the agents and a lot of the senior agents have their own goals. So they're going to be growing their organizations as well. So, I mean, this whole thing is exponential. But on a personal note, 20 agents, we're actually looking for 4 junior agents right now to come on board. So we have ads out and things like that. And then we're also really looking forward to location independence and, being able to do business, like you say, with agents across Canada, but across countries too. So like you and I work together, if you're in Texas, I'm here in Victoria, that kind of thing. We can expand pretty much anywhere these days. So it's very exciting. I was actually chatting with an agent who's from Mexico last week, and looking for her opportunities for her to be able to do her own thing and grow her own team. So, I mean, my dream was always to be able to do business from anywhere in the world, and I'm really pumped that we're there. So,
and it's so, I mean, it's so tangible here. What are there 6 degrees of separation between you and anybody in the world, right? That's why the virus spread so fast, I guess. I don't know, but I'm sure your business is going to have growth in areas that we're not even open in yet. And we just opened Portugal, Mexico, France, South Africa, India, the Australia, New Zealand, the UK. I mean, it's really incredible what Michael Valdez has done. And just to give Michael a shout out, he joined us from Realogy just a short time ago, and the guy has already made some huge progress opening up international markets for us, and we're just very blessed to have him. And we've got a lot of great, exciting new things happening. We got a new logo thanks to the great work of Courtney Chakran and her team, and of course Dave Kennard is he's just such a champion for growth for us and doing wonderful things. And of course Jason, and I could go on, but we're just blessed to have a great group of leadership here. And speaking of Mexico, we talked about this just a minute ago. We're again going to be in Cabo in February, and those things. What are those events? When you go to those events, what do those events do for you? What kind of benefit have you seen going to New Orleans or Vegas or Fort Lauderdale? How do you come back different?
I mean, the events are electric. They're electric. So, I mean, everybody's there. Everybody's excited. And again, it's an opportunity to be around people who are like-minded and who are excited about the same things in real estate that we're excited about. So they're excited about technology and what it can do for their business and how unlimited the potential is with technology. They're excited about using all the tools to grow. And these are people who are at the top of their game. And, you're able to go and sit across a pool from them or, kind of hang out. We've gone to so many amazing hangouts. C3 and I have had a little bit of fun at some of the events, and it's electric, and you exchange ideas with top performers and top producers, and I just think that's invaluable. Some of the stuff I've had conversations over a tequila with have been invaluable. So
you get some truth fluid in some of these agents, and they just let it all come out. It's great. I remember in particular one of the last nights in New Orleans, we're out there, Glenn's out there, and started to rain a little bit, and nobody cared. We were just out there dancing, having a great time, and it's just such a wonderful, warm family that we have here. We're very blessed, and I hope we have 1,000 of us down in Cabo in February to celebrate the great things that are happening. Yeah. What are we going to have to do to get Greg to hop on a show here? I mean, we love you.
Where are you at, Greg?
Greg? Yeah. Is he hiding? Is he on the other side of the camera there or what?
He's not even in the same room right now.
He's not?
So, about truth serum, right? We need to get some of that going.
Yeah. Well, we can arrange that for sure. Yeah. But no, I mean, I just want everybody to know that behind you have a really good, strong support group, and Greg is obviously very, very big part of that. And we always think of you as a team, the two of you, and you're sort of the face of the team, but we also want to recognize the people who stand behind you and really do a lot of the heavy work and so forth. And Anais, I know we
just had a baby.
Yeah, just had a Milan and Calvin and everybody there. just super people. So one thing I want to ask you is, over time here, it wasn't always easy to build this team. How did you change? You've gotten better at identifying people. I see, that's from my chair. You've gotten better at identifying people who are going to succeed. How has the way you look at potential team members changed over the last 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think there's one thing you can't train and you can't teach, and that's like hunger to succeed. And that's something that we've seen, in people, because you're going to come into this business and everyone's going to have different kinds of hurdles. Some people have family dynamics where they've got young kids or people that need them at home. Other people have, just have never even sold real estate, and they don't even know from the ground up what to do. And there's all these kinds of things that we can train and support with, and time management, but the agents have to want to show up and do the work. And you can't train that. And so for us, we now in our interview process, we don't say, if you're hiring a drummer, we love this analogy. If you're hiring a drummer, you don't ask them, are you good at playing the drums? You just have them show up and ask them to play the drums, right? So that's what we started doing right early on in our interview process. We said, here's the building blocks of what you're going to have to do. Let's see you do it. And so things like that kind of come into play very quickly, because we don't want to put people in a position where they're doing things they don't want to do. But we know that if you're going to do the right things in the right order, you are going to meet with success. And so really identifying people who are hungry for that right off the bat.
Yeah, I think hungry, humble, and smart are the keys that we look for team members. And what I've seen is many people that we know personally, they've overcome something in their lives. And a lot of times it's significant. I mentioned Veronica Figueroa, Nicole, and these ladies, they had challenges growing up. And life wasn't always just a bowl of cherries. I mean, it was hard and difficult, but they got the grit and the determination and just that I'm not going to lose attitude, which is what it takes to succeed. And I'm looking at like your growth. I mean, you're a great example of what we're talking about, Veronica, and some of these other, and not just to give ladies credit, there's guys that are doing it too, but we're continually impressed with the fact that you don't see a stopping point. There's no limit to how far you believe you can go. And the thing is that you're envisioning right now in your head, when you said $200 million in sales, I know you're already figuring out ways how to make it happen. And that's the difference is, you get into this business and it is such a wonderful place to self-actualize, to really be the best that you can be. And I think that some people, I just find that some people who don't always succeed at the highest level, they either quit too early, it's like you said, they don't put the effort in, they don't have the heart, they don't have the drive. It's like, why swim across the English Channel and get halfway there and then turn around? I mean, you're halfway there, punch through, but some people just don't have the resolve. They will quit. It's just like agents calling leads. We know that it takes 6 or 7 attempts before you have a 98% chance of a contact, and most agents quit after 1.5 or 2 attempts.
It's so true.
Right? Isn't it true, C3?
I mean, I'm a good example.
Don't
of
say
that.
you're
No, early on in my career, I just didn't understand it. I was like, this is dumb. Why aren't they picking up the phone? I want to go sell them a house.
Yeah.
Like, pick up your phone. Like, I'm calling you. But no, it takes more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And more than that, conversation-wise, to get the result you're looking for. So
right.
It's a really, you got to have the grit and determination to pound the phones. It's going to suck.
Right.
It's going to suck. But
well, it's not just. But you're going to have deals blow up. You're going to have
100%.
You just gotta keep moving, right?
It's always like you used to tell me with my golf game. It's right up here. It's the
5.5 inches between your ears. Yeah, right. Yeah,
between
exactly.
Yeah.
It is. Wow. Patricia, I knew this was going to go fast, but we're really approaching the end here. Let's wrap this up with some advice. if you would. Our audience, there are some people out there who are struggling right now. Maybe they're new. Maybe they've been in the business for a year or two. Maybe they've been in the business a long time and have just never had a breakthrough. What word or words can you share with them to help them have that breakthrough?
Yeah. Find the person, the people that you need to talk to remove your roadblocks. Whatever your roadblocks are, somebody else has overcome them and they know exactly how you can do it. Find those people and follow their advice, and then you'll move forward.
And that is such an unnatural thing. It's very unnatural, really it is, for people to ask for help. We don't want to do it. We let pride get in the way. We think we can fix it ourselves. But what you said is pure gold. And if you are one of those people out there and you don't know where to shine the flashlight, you don't even have a flashlight, you don't know what to do, then reach out to somebody, reach out to Patricia, reach out to us. I mean, this is what we're in the season of our business where this is what we do, is help people others. Become successful in this business. And we'd love to chat with you. Patricia, if someone up in your neck of the woods or even anywhere in the world at this point, right, DXB, wanted to have a chat with you or just get to know you a little bit, what's the best way to reach you?
All my info is at kiteke.ca, kiteke.ca. Just hop on there. You'll reach us. We've got a team of people who love paying it forward and love sharing success and anything they can do. Very generous. Myself and the agents, everyone's very generous and wants to help people. So reach out.
That's awesome.
And that's a website, right?
Yeah.
Even though it's kiteke.ca, you can just type that
Canada.
in. It's a URL link that you can just type in.
And by the way, I don't know how recently you redid your website, but that video that you have on the homepage was cool.
Killer.
That was really awesome. Yeah, your website is beautiful. If you're in the audience, you should just go to Patricia's website and see what an amazing job she has done. And I know that's got to be a big attractor for you for business as well. Well, Patricia, all I can do is I can't wait for February to get here. It's so great to see you. I want to give you reach out, and you're there on the monitor, give you a big virtual hug, and just spend some time with you guys again. And we owe you a trip up to your neck of the woods. I don't know, maybe Whistler's calling.
Love to have you.
Let's go Whistler, baby.
Yeah. Do you know if are they gonna have Whistler open this year? Do you know? Have you heard?
I mean, we were there in the summer. It's beautiful in the summer too. But I think there's gonna be lots to do.
Yeah. Wow. That might be. We might have to plan around Cabo. We might go from the beach to the slopes, something like that. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
There you go.
Absolutely. Well, hey, would you give Greg our best? Tell him we missed him on the call, and obviously everybody on the team, we love you guys and are so proud and excited to be in business with you, and just look forward to many, many great years ahead of us.
We love being in business with you too, Cliff. Thank you for everything you've done.
You got it. All right, Canada, there you are. Oh, Canada. Yes. Thank you. And Travis.
That's a wrap today, right?
Yeah. I mean, boy, this is a love fest, man. We love you, and we love Jeff and everybody at the studio here. We're just so excited to have our show and have you guys really host it for us and engineer it for us. And if anybody out there is looking for a good quality production and really a first class, and these guys are a first class, I hope you can see that from the show here. But you need to meet Jeff Crilly. He's a good guy, and definitely would love to help you get a little reach out there on the internet, right?
Yeah, it's helped us quite.
All right,
appreciate it, Cliff.
C3, man, we got a few more.
We got a little surprise for Travis
dragons
this
to slay.
though.
Oh, we do. We got something for Travis.
We got something for Travis.
Okay, well, we better get off the show so we can give it to him.
Let's do that. Yeah.
All right. Hey guys, it's great to see each of you out there. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Good golf, good tennis, whatever makes you happy. We'll see you next week on Cliff's Notes. All right, folks, tune in to Cliff's Notes every Thursday at 1 o'clock Central for the tips, tricks, and tactics to explode your business. I guarantee it.